Hello everybody. I'm going to do the living room tour today and I hope you enjoy it. I decided instead of doing the cupboard and then doing the complete living room, I decided to just go on and do all the living room at one time. It will make the video a little longer, but I hope not too long. So I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. So let's get started on seeing what I did for Valentine's Day in the living room. My favorite starting point. I'll just kind of give you a little overview. And when we get over to the windows over there, I'll show you how much snow is still left in the front yard. I had a phone call from True Green saying they were going to come and treat the front yard with lime. They always do that this time of year. So I had to call and cancel it for now because all the grass is still covered with snow, if you can believe that. It's supposed to be in the 40s today. Last night it just got down to 36, so that was a warmer night. Today I think it's supposed to be 49, and then we're going to have, let's see, tomorrow's in the 40s, and then we'll have 3 days in the 50s. So I'm hoping it's going to leave then. So let's get started on the video. I'll show you down there and then all of it, and then we'll get closer. Down here, I kept this copper pot. I just changed out the greenery, and I can't remember if the silver cup was in there or not, but the silver cup's there with the candle in it, and I did put the red rosary there, and I still have the blue and white plate and the hymnal back there. I just love that little vignette. I just backed over John's truck. And over here, have that cute little Halloween pillow and that gorgeous doily and these precious little vintage Valentines. And I kept the blue and white flow blue there because I just love that. And I just added this gorgeous Valentine. And that's in one of the old measures. See if I can get over here so you can see this is another house blessing. Just love that old house. And then this is the house by the side of the road. We got that one this past year. Just love that. And before I forget, I did hang all these adorable vintage Valentines and postcards all the way across there. That's a great way to change out a garland for the seasons. My red and white transfer ware pieces, restaurant ware, they're still up there. And there's the heart that John painted and embellished. And there's the Queen of Heart plate that I got. I think that might have been year before last. Just love that. And then here are the vintage King and Queen of Hearts. They're English. And of course an Ironstone pitcher sitting on the little shaker box. And that is a little Polish stoneware tiny heart. And I have a beautiful rosary hanging on that cloche with just a flower under it or a plant sitting on that gorgeous stand. And I love this hand with the heart, and it has some vintage pearls hanging on it. Still have my little crown out. The tea leaf little 2 trays are there, and adorable Valentines. Still have that transfer wire picture with the pearl handle pieces and another gorgeous rosary. And these are some beautiful vintage books. Just love those. The blue and white transfer wire stays there most of the year. And then all those wonderful little creamers and pictures. And a red and white coverlet heart I made years ago. I don't typically put a lot of pillows on the couch because we sit on the couch and baby boy lays on the couch. And they all get knocked over or messed up. So I usually just have one on each end, unless it's Halloween or Christmas where I have a lot more pillows. Okay, down here in this gorgeous ironstone platter, I brought back all my little shoelace or forms and some little red hearts and some super cute Valentines. Look at that, isn't that adorable? And here is that beautiful Valentine Hummel box that Stacy sent me. There's a vintage locket and some of my vintage heart boxes sitting on that little brass tray. And some gorgeous Valentines. You know, the detail on these old Valentines are just amazing. And a lot of them are so fragile, so it's a wonder a lot of them survived. This pretty much stays the same. I'm patriotic year-round, so unless I do Halloween or something like that, that picture stays there. So does the little cross-stitch silhouette. And a little coverlet heart I made years ago. And over here, this was a marriage book, and it was dated October 29th, 1857. I just thought that was wonderful. That was a Lutheran minister that did the ceremony. So this is way over 100 years old. And you can tell a child did a little bit of drawing in it at some point. Here are some beautiful portrait pins, brooches. And there's a little precious heart. All of these are usually in that oak china cabinet in the winter bedroom, but I brought them in here because I just wanted to see them better. That one is a locket. The doorknobs are still there, and that gorgeous pansy Valentine. Sweet Anna Lee. And this I wanted you to see. This is John. He thinks he might have been 9 or 10 years old. That was a Tom Thumb wedding. He can't remember if that was at church or at school or where it was at. And only thing we have out of his little costume there, we have the pants in a box that his mother gave us years ago. But look at that face. Isn't he adorable? I just thought that is a treasure, so I brought that out so everyone could see it. Another large Valentine Anna Lee. Just love her. I think she's beautiful. And the Dixie Queen tobacco tin kind of reminded me of the portrait brooches. And I just hung a heart on the Ironstone large picture. And you remember John took this gorgeous old frame and put those sweet Valentines in them several years ago. And my silhouettes stay here all the time. Let me show you the snow still out there. It's hard to believe that that much snow is still here. Now, some people's yards, it's cleared out, but it hasn't cleared out of ours yet. I brought my cobalt blue vintage bottles back into the window. I love those when the light shines through them. These are my Easter cactus, and I'm praying that they will bloom this year. I had just 1 or 2 blooms on the larger one, so I'm hoping I'll get some blooms this year. I kept that quilt right there on the back of the chair where baby boy loves to lay. And he's out visiting right now since it's in the 40s, so that's why he's not laying there. The beautiful McCoy wall pocket. And that, of course, is Ray Dunn on this gorgeous architectural piece that came from an old piano. And there's that sampler we got many years ago at a yard sale. And a Mary Emmerling book. And then some beautiful Valentines. Look at that one. That's in that wonderful old basket we got this past year. It was in 24. Look at the details on these. And look at that one. Those sweet little kids. And another gorgeous one. And of course, a lot of my blue and white are down in there, and I intend to bring a lot more of that out for Easter. In the big cloche is another really large fold-out Valentine. A little vintage box with inlay. I'll show you the whole table, and then we'll look closer. Lots of Anna Lee's. John's lotion. I did a little Valentine chain or garland on the drawers. John's tobacco tins. A lot of the pretty ones are down there. And there's the Love is Contagious box that John painted many years ago. I believe that was in the 80s. And 2 more Valentine books. And there's that wonderful photo that is entitled on the back, Little John, which is what we called our son, that Tanya and Greg sent us. Look at these precious Anna Lee's. They're so frilly and sweet. Another vintage Valentine, and look at those. Holding its lollipop. And there's the vintage salt glaze picture. Actually, that one is an antique more than likely. And here is the beautiful Valentine tree. I just love it. I love sitting in here and looking at it. And that is an antique lady's collar that I used around the base of the tree. So pretty. And here is that Seasons book, holiday, very vintage holiday. And here was the Valentine section. Look at that. Love that. I'd love to have that. Just lots of pretty pages. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Look at all the wonderful pieces that are there. I'm not going to take time and show you it all, but you can get that book on Amazon. It's a wonderful book. Got the little stiff bear in John's antique truck. My stack of wonderful firkins. Lots of blue and white and ironstone over here. This is a super sweet Valentine. Little sailor boy. And look at this wife pen. To the best and bravest person, the truest friend I know, take this little gift, love and blessings with it go. And then there is a vintage little tiny ring that we got at a yard sale. This came from a yard sale too. And I don't know whether you can tell, that is a stone in there. It looks purple or blue. I can't really tell. And I brought out some of the capital plates. Sweet Annalise. The beautiful Flow Blue picture stayed right there. Another precious Annalise. A vintage George Washington plate. And another Capitol plate. They're so beautiful. You know I love blue and white anyway, and I definitely love anything patriotic. And look at the face on this little Google Eye girl. And up here, blue and white pieces, the blue Avon Mount Vernon creamer, the Delft Cow creamer, Ironstone and old silver, more of the cobalt and the little brass pot, Ironstone and brass and silver, and the little cherub candlestick that Janet got us last year, more Ironstone, and that beautiful antique cherry pitcher, Sweet Valentine, and the vintage English cream crock. More brass pieces, Ironstone, cobalt, more blue and white, and little keys in that creamer, and lots of silver. Another gorgeous old Valentine, Ironstone, another English cream crock, beautiful Ironstone tureen and platter, and a crock, and that beautiful old blue and white picture that we got. I can't remember if that was last year or a year before. That cabinet door needs some oiling. Have my little patriotic lamp there. Just hung a couple Valentine things on the old spice drawers. An ink bottle in the center and 2 milk glass. And that plate is also probably an antique. I put the snow scene right here. That's the only thing winter I kept out, was a couple of the snow scenes. I thought that one was gorgeous, and I still love that architectural piece. Look at the detail on that. And then up there, I really didn't do anything Valentine so that I wouldn't have to change it. I probably will add a bunny for Easter. But that's getting harder and harder to get up there and change. John does help me. When I take down things, I want to take down like all that Grinch stuff. He stands there and I hand each piece to him, and then he hands me back what I want to put back up there. So that really helps. Plus he's there to ensure I don't fall. John's tobacco tins are down here too. They're so pretty, and especially the red ones. Didn't do anything different here. As I've told you before, she stays there most of the year. I have that pretty piece that looks like it's made of different moldings. And I put that wonderful piece we bought at a sale. Love that. Lots of wonderful old stencil tins. When you see stencil ones, those are your older tins. We've collected these for many, many years. And I'm so glad I did, because they're so expensive now. And I kept the whisk brooms and this other longer broom right there. Brought the little sailor child with the cat and dog. And that slip over advertisement is back there. I have one of the old Chinese checker game boards. And here I have a lot of John's tobacco tins, an old tea tin, the Great Spice Drawer, and George and Martha Washington and Thomas Jefferson and his wife. I can't remember what was her name, Martha too. I can't see it from this far away. Maybe you can. And of course the George Washington tobacco tins were perfect for February, the month of the presidents. And this is an encyclopedia of presidents, a little book we got at a yard sale. And there's another old stenciled tea tin. And that home sign I've had forever. So this is all of the living room tour. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video, I will come back and show you how I store some of the kitchen and living room things in the kitchen and living room. So love and blessings to y'all. Keep praying for California. Keep praying for those in North Carolina and other places that were damaged by the hurricane and all that severe rain and weather. So love and blessings to y'all from me and John and baby boy. We'll see you again soon. Till the next time. Bye-bye.